When you hear about slavery for 400 years, that sounds like a choice. We're choosing to be enslaved.
If I was a celebrity, which celebrity would I be? I would be Kanye West. And this video is sort of proof of why. Because I have a lot of opinions and I want to express them to people because I want to help people like expand their mindset. Anyway, I'm talking too much, so let's start.
It sounds to me you got precisely the reaction you wanted by wearing that hat.
I didn't want a reaction.
You wanted a reaction.
No.
You knew there was going to be a reaction.
I knew there was going to be a reaction, but I'm just living my life day by day, doing what I feel and what the Spirit calls upon me to do.
I'm not going to like sacrifice my own authenticity and what I have to say because I know how other people will react to it. You should never do that. You should always say your thoughts. The Make America Great Again hat is like still extreme. I get why they were upset about that.
But it also opens up this dialogue that you're not apologizing because everybody else, when they make a statement like that, they end up apologizing because they're so worried about what people say on social media.
He says that they're so worried about what people say on social media. Not because it's actually a wrong thing to do.
Hey, everyone listen to this, please. So the reason why I dropped those tweets and everything, because I was drugged the out, bro.
The fork. Freaking ad. Anyway, but I don't really have much to say yet. I'm waiting for that other guy to come in. Cause he started stuff.
We are drugged out. We are following other people's opinions. We are controlled by the media. We need to be free thinkers, then we need to learn how to feel free. Say what you feel. Positive or negative.
It's like some people think that because they have something like negative to say or like they're being judgmental of other people, that they shouldn't say it. And then you're gonna seem like a nicer person than what you really are. No. Show who you really are to people, whether that is positive or negative. If you have a positive opinion that you think most people won't agree with, that's their business. You should still say your opinion.
Do you feel that I'm being free and I'm thinking free?
Yes.
I actually don't think you're thinking anything. I think what you're doing right now is actually the absence of thought. And the reason why I feel like that, because Kanye, you're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to believe whatever you want. But there is fact and real world, real life consequence behind everything that you just said.
At least he's listening. That's his main point, all about listening. He will listen to Trump because you may not agree with him all the time. Like, you should listen to any different perspective, whether you agree with them or not. Like Kanye, he probably doesn't agree with this guy 100% either, but he's listening to him.
And while you are making music and being an artist and living the life that you've earned by being a genius, the rest of us in society have to deal with these threats to our lives.
You know, Kanye can speak in the way he is because he's more detached from those things. He's not actually in it, but I feel like you should listen to both sides, regardless of if a person is detached or not. Because I see a lot of people say that, oh, well, you don't experience it, so you shouldn't talk about it. Like, what do you mean I can't talk about it because I don't experience it personally? How will I learn if I don't speak up about it? We learn through interacting with other people, with communicating with other people.
You have to deal with the marginalization that has come from the 400 years of slavery that you said for our people was a choice.
You have the opportunity to improve your life whether you want to or not. We may not be like slaves right now because, you know, we're not like physically like chained into stuff. However, your life, you have been a victim in some kind of way. You've experienced some kind of trauma. It's still your responsibility to improve your life anyway. It doesn't matter how bad your life is. Of course, there are like some obligations that are in your way that makes it hard for you to improve your life, but you still can. I feel like the life we were given was made specifically for us. Like, you were given that hard of a life because the universe or whoever made it for you, God, somebody, they know that you are able to improve your life. So they gave you this life because they know you can handle it. So it's time to start handling it instead of trying to be the victim. You can rise above the life experience that you're experiencing right now. You just need to take the steps to do so.
Every day we have to walk into that truth while you choose to say things that, to be honest with you, dog, are nonsensical. You want to think freely? That's fine. I'll combat your free thought with my free thought because mine is grounded in a reality that I have been given and a reality that...
He's thinking really linear right now, thinking about his own perspective. You are limiting yourself when you are only thinking about your own perspective. The best way for you to get results and to gain success in life is to be like Kanye. To listen to everybody. Like Kanye will listen to all perspectives. He listens to Trump, who's like very Republican, who says a lot of bad stuff, and he listens to this guy who's probably like really pro-black and stuff. And those two are like at opposite ends of the spectrum. This goes for a lot of people like that. It goes for like white versus black, men versus women, LGBT versus straight, everybody, person of color versus non-person of color. Everybody has their own experience, and you can't invalidate theirs just because you think they didn't experience as much as you did. Even Trump has his own little experiences, even bad experiences that he has dealt with, but he tried to improve his life because he decided to take the means of his life and take responsibility for his life. Of course, it was easier for him to do so, but you too are able to improve your life too, regardless of how bad your life may seem right now. And that's what Kanye is trying to say.
That I'm going to change, but I'm not going to do it by pretending that the enemies are on the same team as me.
That's going to set us back even more in life. As you keep calling everybody enemy, you see it as being on different sides. Of course, there are like, it seems physically different since, white, black, those kind of things, men, women. It just looks different, but it's not actually different at its core.
Because you're all minorities. You're in the Glee Club.
You get results by being allies with people who are different from you. That's the reason why everybody is so different in this world. Why one person is black, one person is white. Those are two different life experiences. So they can join together and, learn from each other.
And brother, I am unbelievably hurt by the fact that you have morphed into something, to me, that's not real. That's the way I feel. Stand on all the coffee tables you want to stand on.
Very passive aggressive, this guy.
Say whatever you want to say, but don't throw a stone, then hide your hand like the rest of us are just going to swallow it. Yay, be yay. I'm off it forever. Do you. But remember, the life that I live is as a real person.
So Kanye's not an actual person just because he's more detached from things. He's more living his life more freely than you are because he has decided to listen to all perspectives. Of course, I make it sound like it's that easy. All you gotta do is just listen to all perspectives and boom, you're successful. It's not that easy, but I hope you get what I mean by that.
He said, grounded in reality. This reality has been forced upon us. It is a choice, just like when I said slavery is a choice.
I feel you, Kanye, because sometimes I say bold claims like that, and I come up with my own definitions, my own meanings for these things, but people just don't get it. I'm like, I can't even think of anything specifically, but I have those kind of phrases too that he says.
The reality, we can make our own reality. We can talk about history, but not too long. We need to talk about our now because we can fix and start loving each other now.
People always bring up the whole slavery stuff as if that's our life experience is exactly the same as it was back then. It's not the exact same. It's better now. Of course, it's not perfect. There is no world where it'll be perfect for anybody. So, see what good things you have right now and to try to improve upon it, like what Kanye is doing. He saw what good things he had in his life and is trying to improve upon them and try to make the life that he desired, that he wanted. But this guy is living in the past, thinking about how things used to be back then and how bad things are now. If you keep living in that victim complex, you will never improve. It's the same thing as if you experience trauma in your life, which slavery and that stuff is kind of trauma, but it's more like societal trauma. I'm thinking of personal trauma right now. If you experience trauma in your life by your parents and stuff, and you keep on antagonizing your parents, and keep on antagonizing people that are like your parents, you will never truly improve and never truly grow, because all you're doing is antagonizing and playing the victim. You improve once you decide to listen to them. Listen to your parents, listen to the trauma that they had, and maybe you can empathize with them more, and maybe you can understand them more. And maybe you can be even more forgiving for how they treated you. And then you can improve. You don't have to forgive them. The same way black people don't have to forgive white people back then for making them slaves, or forgive people for being disrespectful to them or discriminating against them. The same thing, you don't have to forgive, but you should still improve and you shouldn't antagonize.
When I say we have no enemies, we don't have enemies. Black people have a tendency to focus and march when a white person kills a black person or wears a hat. But when it's 700 kids being killed in Chicago, it's okay. It's okay for blacks to kill blacks, but if it's a white thing,
I don't think anybody's saying that's okay.
That's no, wait.
There's been more focus and more marches.
That is a lie.
About
don't
whites
believe that.
killing blacks than kids in Chicago killing each other.
That's a lie.
He's going too far, like left, too far to the like Republican, to the people that are not exactly like him. He ends up like losing reality of these people, which I get is what this guy is saying, but he's not really communicating it well because he's kind of been tagged as a Kanye and thinks he speaks as if Kanye cannot improve after this.
There are black people working there.
There are no marches
Over
against
90% of black people getting killed are killed by other blacks.
That's a fact.
The black
But there-
homicide
no,
rate is a fact.
that is a fact.
Black
But
on
there-
black crime is a fact.
but there
But
are
nobody
black
wants to
people-
march when a black
Okay,
person
wait a
is
second.
black.
Now
Wait.
this is a problem.
Wait a second.
When you
This
scream,
is what I'm saying.
when you
Yo,
scream and you don't talk, it
Okay.
doesn't look
Okay.
right.
Let me just say something.
Let me
Let me
impart
just say something. Is
let
my
me
mic
impart
on?
this upon you.
Okay, this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about because these are two different versions of somebody else's truth. This is two different versions of somebody else's truth. So he gets up and he's talking slavery, right? Okay, I'm not enslaved, so that it's like I don't mean to insult his
No,
reality.
Kanye, come on over.
I don't mean
I
to
just wanted to give him a hug.
I want to hear what the lady has to say.
I feel like you want to fight me right now, but I love you.
I don't fight with my fist, man. I've been through that. This is what I'm saying.
So if I come over there, you're not gonna fight me?
What? Now he's confusing me. I don't even agree with him no more. So quiet.
Bro, you gotta be responsible, man.
Bro, I'm sorry I hurt you.
You gotta be responsible, dog.
I'm sorry I hurt you,
man,
bro.
Your voice is too big. You gotta
I'm sorry I hurt you, bro. I love you, bro. I'm sorry I hurt you with my words, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I love you, bro.
Responsible, man.
It doesn't matter how different a person's life experience is to yours. You can still learn from them.
Bro,
gotta be responsible,
I didn't
dog.
mean to say things that hurt you. I didn't mean to wear the hat out the blue and shock so many people and not give them a way out of the pain. I understand that gave him pain, that made him see pain. But guess what? When I went into the hospital. We're now in the hospital. TMZ is the hospital to fix the world.
He probably means like social media.
Obama was our opioids. It made us feel like everything was good.
That's not true, bro.
Yeah.
That's not true. Listen, first of all, calmly.
What's your name though?
I'm Van.
I'm sorry for disappointing you, Van.
She's about to say I'm Kanye, but he knows.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah.
Calmly.
Yeah.
What you said up there a second ago,
Yeah.
the statistic on black on black violence is true. What they don't tell you is there are people dedicating their lives to working throughout the problems of black people.
It almost feels like it's black people's responsibility to talk about the whole white on black crime. Because black people have taken the initiative to bring that to the forefront, you should also take the initiative to bring black on black crime to the forefront.
But the problem is, the people that are doing this work in communities every day, guys all over the place, they don't get the type of reverence, they don't get the type of shine, they don't get the type of light spotted on them, the spotlight, should I say, that other people do. While we having all of these conversations about stuff that gets covered on the news, who's gonna talk about what doesn't get covered on the news?
It seems like you're just trying to make everybody seem separate. But everybody's not separate. It's kind of like a world war is like white versus black, but a civil war is black on black crime. And sometimes the civil war is almost worse than the world war. World war.
For me, for a lot of years, the dude that inspired me to be more than what I was in Baton Rouge, that was you.
That's why you don't need to put celebrities and people on a pedestal.
I think that we have to get next to everyone. We don't like Trump. We have to talk to them. We have to talk because Trump is a human being also, and he's in a very powerful position.
Start listening to all perspectives instead of just one. Don't be limited.
We need to speak to people. Einstein says the definition of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting a different result. So we keep on saying, I hate you, I hate you. How are we gonna get a different result out of hate?
You're just perversing the tradition. It used to be white people hating on black people, and now all of a sudden it's changed to black people hating on white people. When did the tradition change? I'm not saying that white people don't hate on black people anymore. That's definitely ever present. You don't get results by just switching the tradition. It's kind of like what women are kind of doing to men now. It used to be men antagonizing women, but now it's kind of switched.
Why don't we just try love? Why don't we just try love? Why can't it be okay for an influential rapper in the black community to go up to the president and talk to him about how we can make a change one by one? We have the resources for a peaceful world. I believe that Kim Jong-un didn't believe that Obama was crazy enough to come at him. You know, sometimes you need some crazy to change something. Steve Jobs is crazy. Now we all on Steve Jobs' phones. They say Trump's crazy. They say I'm crazy. But I'm here to show love. And we're going to make it through. I know I disappointed you today, brother. And I know I disappointed the black community when I wore the hat. And I'm sorry for disappointing you. But like I just told J. Cole on the phone right now, it's a bigger plan. And I'm just doing what the universe told me.
Good. That was pretty good. I kind of should have watched the full version because I have more thoughts than what I saw here. But, yeah, it was a pretty good video. I liked it. I wonder what the other guy's thinking right now because it seems like he has thoughts, but he's just listening. You can't really have a rebuttal for a person that's trying to communicate with everybody maturely. So, that's the best thing for you to do. If you're ever in an argument, just try to communicate maturely, listen to them, and show them that you have an open mind. Hopefully they will end up doing the same. You have to lead by example, and Kanye is trying to lead by example. Of course, he's not going to do everything perfectly. He does make a lot of bold claims, and he did wear that "Make America Great Again" hat, despite like what that means. But he is trying to listen to everybody, so I will commend him for that. And I don't think he deserved as much hate as he got. To conclude this video, I will say, good reaction, good. I didn't say everything I wanted to say. I don't really remember what I didn't want to say, but it's over. I'm finished, so I'm good. There was a lot of background noise, so my apologies. I will hope to improve since it's just my first one. But yeah.